Joining me today for another preseason interview for Fall Sports is men's soccer head coach Dean Gray and senior midfielder Charlie Wilde. And we're just going to get a glimpse of what the team's been looking like in preseason, a facility update, and what we can expect to see for this team in 2024. So before we dive in, the team was ranked third in the Conference Carolina poll that came out. It's pretty exciting news coming off of a really impressive first year in the conference. You came off of a 2023 Southwest Division title. So how has the team prepared to fulfill these expectations this year?
Yeah, so it was a good first year. It was a good standard from us. We had the expectation of winning it because that's what we want to continue to do with the past that we've had. But you've got to recreate those types of things. So I think coming in and not just winning it, but going undefeated as well. I think that says a lot about the program. Puts pressure on us, but a good pressure, I think, to push forward. I'm excited to what we can achieve, the potential of what we can achieve. And rankings are great, it's good to hear rankings, but you've got to recreate it. You've got to recreate it every single year. So now we're excited and putting that pressure on us, but it's a good pressure, so we're excited.
Good, and I'm sure that success on the field has a lot to do with team chemistry too. So Charlie, this year you're a senior, you're a captain for a large group, a particularly large underclassmen group. So if you could just talk a little bit about the leadership and team atmosphere that you guys have going this year.
Look, we've got a lot of players. It's always difficult when we have a lot of people coming from different cultures, different backgrounds, and it's everything we do on the pitch, off the pitch, that builds that team chemistry together. We work hard on the pitch, and off the pitch we spend a lot of time together that really helps build our relationships.
For sure, and team chemistry can sometimes also come from the coaches. And so this off-season you added a new assistant coach, Gavin Scott. So what has his addition been like working with him, and then also just his overall coaching style?
Yeah, but besides the fact that he's Scottish, I think we're happy with him so far, and he's going through that transition from he's had a couple of years of coaching experience, but the one thing I love about it is his enthusiasm. He's obviously got the quality, he's got the knowledge, but his enthusiasm. I'm high energy, as I'm sure Chaz can tell you. And he's someone that just backs that up and continues it on. But it's not just him, it's everyone. Everyone plays a part, everyone plays a role. We've got John, we've got Pew, we've got Sad, we've got Sammy, a student assistant that helps us. And everyone has to play their role for us to be successful. If we succeed as a coaching staff, then obviously that gives us a better chance to succeed as a team as well. So excited to have him, delighted to have him, but the unit is what make it work, and it's everyone playing their piece.
Absolutely, it sounds like you guys have a really good group around you for success this year. And so another exciting thing to talk about is the turf. A lot of people have been saying that this has been a need for the last couple years, and we're sitting on it right now. This is the debut of the turf. So Charlie, if you could just talk a little bit about that and how you're excited to debut it this year.
I mean, it is class, and they got it turned over really quickly, which is great as well. It'll help us. We're a team that want to keep the ball, and when we're playing on surfaces that can often inhibit that, it's not great. It can't help us play the way we want to. So this will be great for us.
It's so good to hear. And Coach, so on the offensive side of the ball, you're returning two lead scorers, so Thomas Klein-Penning and Jamie Lapsley, who both found the back of the net 7 times this year. How big is it to return such experience and overall talent?
Yeah, no, it's massive. It's massive, and the returners and the leadership is what creates that success, because they create a standard. I put a lot of responsibility and standards on the leadership, the returners, and those players that have competed and been successful. But it's not just the returners that are successful on the field, it's ones that are successful off the field as well, to keep this group tight-knit, making good decisions. I usually use the terminology of having 2 doors, right? You've heard this a few times, right? Those 2 doors, right? As an incomer comes in, he has the right door and the wrong door. So an incomer comes in and looks at those and says, I've got to make a choice. I've got to go through the right door or the wrong door, that's going to help us or hurt us. What the returners and the leadership have is that ability to be able to stand in front of the wrong door and say, this is the only door you need to be going in. So if they can set that standard, the only other way is going the opposite way away from us. So the higher responsibility, not just on the goals, on the assists and the wins, which are massively important, but what gets us there is what's going on behind the scenes, and all those the 2 players you mentioned, and then every other player. Unfortunately, we only got to see Chaz for kind of half the season, and we want to keep him for the whole season this year and use his impact and his leadership skills to help us move forward. So again, talking about the team as the coaching staff and the team as a unit, we wanna work together to get that common goal. It's to win, but win the right way, you know.
For sure. And Charlie, this is your fourth and final year. I'm sure you have just so many memories and highlights of your career here, but what is one thing that you're just looking most forward to this year?
Hopefully making it through the full season. As Dean said, I did miss pretty much half the season last year, so it would be nice to actually see out a year and hopefully leave with another trophy.
Absolutely, that sounds good. And before we wrap up, do you guys have any last comments or closing remarks?
No, just we love the support. I know we live in a smaller town, and I want to create something special for the seniors, for obviously the incomers, the experience. So yeah, come out, support us, be there, be the 12th man. You don't realise how much it means to these guys when we get the support from the fans, and yeah, that's within the school and the community as well. So come out and support the Mountain Lions.
Absolutely. Charlie, do you got anything?
Go Mountain Lions!
Well, thank you both so much for your time. We're so excited to see you back on the field. And make sure to catch the Mountain Lions this Thursday when they take on Limestone at 3 p.m.